percussionist, and welcome to our first lesson. Lesson number 1, quarter, half, whole notes, and rests in quarter time. On today's lesson, and in today's video, we are going to do exercises number 1, 2, 3, and 4. I've got my metronome set at 80 beats per minute for these exercises, and I'll adjust the time signature as we go. One thing I want to point out, and that I'll review in videos as we go through these lesson series, is that the time signature is an important element in all music because it points out the number of beats or counts per measure, as well as it tells us the value of our whole, half, quarter, and eighth notes and rests. For instance, exercise number 1 is in 4/4 time. And although we've been taught for very long that a whole note gets 4 beats, it doesn't always get 4 beats. However, when the bottom number of a time signature is a 4, it does indeed get 4 beats. So let's begin with number 1. 1, 2, ready, begin. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. How'd you do? Remember that a quarter note gets 1 beat, and a quarter rest gets 1 beat of rest. A rest is the absence of sound. Half notes get 2 beats, half rests get 2 beats, and then again the whole note gets 4 beats because the bottom number, 4, tells us so, as well as a whole rest gets 4 beats. Let's move on and play number 2. 1, 2, ready, begin. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that is number 2. Now we're going to move on to number 3, and we are going to change our time signature to 3/4 time. So on your metronome, find the 3/4 time signature. I've still got my tempo, the speed of my beat, at 80 beats per minute. And we're going to count in 3s. 1, 2, 3, here we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And that is exercise number 3. If you ever need to rework on a piece or an item that we've played, pause the video and rewind. But before you press play and play along a second time, work it out on your own with your metronome. Use our videos as time to double check your work and your playing accuracy. Let's finish up with number 4. I'm going to switch my metronome back to 4/4 time so that I have the proper beats or counts in each measure. Ready? 1, 2, number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that brings us to the end of lesson number 1. Quarter, half, whole notes and rest in quarter time. To review, today's lesson, or in today's video, we practiced 4 exercises that used whole notes, half notes, and quarter notes, whole rests, half rests, and quarter rests in 4/4 and 3/4 time. We learned that the bottom number of each time signature tells us the value of the whole note, and therefore we know the value of the half and quarter because of the value that we know of the whole. We learned that the top number tells us how many counts or beats are in each measure. And we learned that we need to set our metronome appropriately so that we have the right click and count off for each of our exercises that we're practicing. So I hope to see you again soon. Keep practicing.